Hi, my name is Isabella Gonzalez, and I'll be doing my presentation today. Here is my audience. I got my friend and her family, and then I got my parents right here. Okay. Have you guys ever went to a car meet and then enjoyed racing and you experienced the consequences? Well, I have. So I will talk about how my little backstory. So I lived in Colorado my entire life, and I grew up in Louisville, and I went to LMS Elementary School, and that's where I met Meredith, which is my friend, who will be involved into my story today. And then I eventually moved to Broomfield in 2018, and I transferred to Monarch High School. And in my senior year of high school, that's when I became really close friends with Meredith. And at that time, her and I would hang out a lot. We would have sleepovers. We would get Dutch Bros almost every weekend, sometimes multiple times a week. And during that time is when also I had started going to car meets, and I would bring her with me. And a lot of the times we would race other people, and that's just something we've both enjoyed. So leading up to my story, Meredith and I had went to a car meet, and we had gone Dutch Bros afterwards. And she lives in Louisville, so I was on our way to drop her off. And we were on South Boulder Road when a car came next to us, and I had assumed they wanted to race. And they started speeding, I started speeding, and one thing led to another, and we started going towards Boulder. And we're still on South Boulder Road. And then all of a sudden, they just started cutting us off, and we're like, okay, this is kind of weird, we're gonna back away. But they went behind us and they started following us. And so at this point, we're at the very entrance of Boulder, and we had exited off onto the right to go into Boulder, and we had entered this neighborhood. And we were turning and turning, trying to lose these people, and they were still following us, and we're going about 20-ish miles per hour in this neighborhood, and they were going maybe 40 miles per hour. And then at one point we're on this road and it's going straight, but it ends at the very end like this, and you can either turn left or right. And this car had cut us off in front, and because they were going 45 miles per hour, they weren't able to turn efficiently, so they had flown through the window of the house and crashed. And at the time, my friend Meredith was on the phone call with the cops saying that somebody was following us and that we were scared. And I just remember hearing Meredith say, "Oh my God, they just crashed into the house. Oh my God." And then the cops show up, the fire shows up, ambulance shows up, people all from the neighborhood are walking out, and they're like, "What's going on? What happened?" And me and Meredith were very traumatized after that. But although it was very traumatic and scary, it was definitely very memorable, just because it was a really good, memory to have. And so, but after that, Meredith and I don't really speed anymore, and we haven't been to any car meets because we realized the danger of going against other people. And I had thought that what happened was because of my car, because it's all tinted out. And I had talked to my mom, and she was like, "Oh, they maybe thought that you were a man and not a woman, and so they probably felt they're trying to show dominance in a way." And so that's kind of how car meets lead up to tragic events, and that's my story. Thank you for watching.